think that we haven't seen yet the entire range of consequences of the Gaza war, and these are very long-lasting effects on the region, not only on the maritime security. As far as maritime security is concerned, first of all, the risk is, first of all, to see an influx of refugees leaving Gaza to Sinai, to Egypt, and then later on flowing from there to the northern part of the Mediterranean. This is, I think, a worry for Europe. The second one is, of course, the entire insecurity that is increasingly spreading on the shores of the East Med, at the border at the shores of Gaza, Israel, and maybe Lebanon. And here, of course, the maritime deal between Lebanon and Israel could become maybe obsolete in a few months if the flare-up of violence continues, without, of course, mentioning or forgetting also the other parts of the maritime aspects, which has to do with trade, with navigation, with civilian use of the Mediterranean, and increasingly the risk of seeing the warfare spreading in the water, in the sea, through maybe the use of maritime drones and other lethal instruments also. It has influence for a very long time. I mean, you know the history of the Suez Canal since the 50s until lately, probably. So there is a huge influence on world trade, on energy security for the West. Of course, what's happening also in other parts of the region, let's call them the seas beside probably the Mediterranean Sea, like the Red Sea, what's happening there, the attacks by the Houthis and the replies or the riposte by the Western coalition against the Houthis, it's becoming a hotspot of conflictuality, and other also, let's say, spaces of maritime use and security. Now, what's important also to see is that it's not what's happening in the sea is not the only part of these exchanges and these, let's say, geopolitical consideration at a moment where we are witnessing an increase and an amplification of the land corridors also, linking increasingly Far East Asia, India, etc., to the Mediterranean, some of them trying to circumvent Iran, some of them, on the contrary, using Iran as a corridor. So I think that prospectively we have to prepare also for a battle of land corridors that will become another aspect of the battle that we used to know about sea corridors and sea routings.